What's the most unbelievable thing a football coach did to your daughter? My 12-year-old daughter Bella took a line drive to the temple during her Little League game, but when I rushed onto the field to take her to the hospital, Coach Gunderson grabbed my arm. I'm sorry, Mr. Hendricks, but you cannot remove her. Only certified team paramedics can remove injured players per league rules. It took me a second to process what he just said. What are you talking about? I'm her father. She just got hit in the head. Gunderson pulled out a thick rule book from his equipment bag and started flipping pages. Our insurance policy is very clear. Section 14.3 states that injured players must be evaluated by certified medical personnel before removal. I'm not certified. You're not certified. He showed me the page like it was federal law. I pointed at Bella sitting on the bench, holding her head and crying. This is insane. She needs to see a doctor now. I understand, he said, not moving an inch. But our liability insurance is clear. No exceptions. The paramedic has been called. Through my peripheral vision, I could see Bella swaying on the bench, her face getting paler. She looked at me with tears streaming down. Daddy, everything looks funny. Gunderson stepped between us again. You need to wait for the paramedic. If you take her, you'll be banned from all league activities. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Through the crowd, a mother who was a nurse rushed over. Coach, I just looked at her pupils. They're uneven. This child needs immediate medical attention. Gunderson held up his hand. Ma'am, unless you're the designated team medical personnel, your opinion is just that, an opinion. Bella vomited again, this time barely able to hold herself upright. Everything's spinning, Daddy, she moaned, her speech starting to slur. Protocol is protocol, Gunderson said. These rules exist for a reason. Enough is enough, I told myself. My daughter's life was potentially in danger, and this man blocking my path was clearly more concerned about paperwork than a child's health. I scooped Bella up in my arms and started walking toward the parking lot. Gunderson actually tried to physically block me, grabbing my shoulder. If you leave, I'm calling the league president. You'll be banned. Bella won't be able to play. The nurse mother stepped between us. Get out of his way, coach. Two other fathers stood up from the bleachers and walked over, creating a wall between Gunderson and me. You're making a huge mistake, he shouted as I carried Bella to my car. I'm documenting everything. This is a formal violation. I didn't even respond. Bella was barely conscious in my arms, her head lolling against my shoulder. The ER was only 5 minutes away. The triage nurse took one look at Bella's uneven pupils and immediately called for a doctor. Within minutes, she was surrounded by medical staff, getting rushed for a CT scan. How long ago was the impact? The emergency doctor asked. About 45 minutes, I said. The coach wouldn't let me take her. Said we had to wait for their paramedic. His expression turned dark. 45 minutes with these symptoms? He shook his head and followed Bella's gurney. We need that scan immediately. The neurologist came out after reviewing Bella's scan, but her face was grave. Your daughter has a traumatic brain injury with intracranial swelling. My legs felt weak. What does that mean? She pulled up the scan on her tablet. See this area here? This is bleeding and swelling in the brain tissue. The pressure has been building. I was shocked, heartbroken, and angry, all at the same time. Bella spent 3 days in the pediatric ICU, monitors beeping constantly, nurses checking her pupils every hour. I never left her side, holding her small hand while she fought through the worst of it. 3 days later, the league president called my phone. Did he want to apologize? Did he want to ask if Bella was okay? Nope, he just wanted to discuss the incident and my violation of safety protocols. I felt my patience physically snap in half. I drove straight to the next league board meeting with Bella's medical records, brain scans, and a letter from the neurologist. Gunderson was there, sitting confidently at the front table. Mr. Hendricks violated clearly stated protocols, he was saying to the board. I followed every rule exactly as written. I placed the stack of documents on the table. My daughter almost died while Coach Gunderson quoted insurance policies. The board members started reading the neurologist's letter. It explicitly stated that the 45-minute delay in treatment significantly increased the risk of permanent brain damage. But the protocol, Gunderson started. The board president cut him off. The protocol includes exceptions for obvious medical emergencies. He held up the rule book. A child vomiting with uneven pupils after head trauma qualifies. Gunderson pulled out his laminated reference cards. It doesn't specifically list those symptoms. A board member looked at him with disgust. You needed a rule book to tell you that a child with a head injury who's vomiting and can't see straight needs immediate medical attention? Gunderson was still stammering about liability and insurance coverage. You were so worried about imaginary lawsuits that you caused a real one, I said. Maybe next time trust that a father knows when his daughter needs help. Gunderson was permanently removed from coaching and banned from all youth sports in the county. And Bella? She made a full recovery.